Hello everybody and welcome back to Paper, Glue, and Fun. Today I'm finishing up one of my lavender-inspired journals that has been sitting on my craft shelf for a little while. I'm getting ready for the upcoming craft shows, and throughout August I'm going to bring you along as I finish inventory, organize products, and get everything ready for the busy season. This journal has 16 pages along with pockets, inserts, tags, and plenty of writing space. It's made from a variety of different paper collections, and that's exactly what I want to show you today. You don't need an entire matching collection to make a beautiful journal. One of the things I love about junk journaling is mixing paper, stickers, ephemera, wrapping paper, cardstock, and all those little bits you've collected over time. As long as the colors coordinate, everything comes together beautifully. This isn't going to be one of my higher priced journals. I've had it for quite a while, so my goal is simply to finish it, make it special, and hopefully let someone else enjoy creating in it. Now let's take a quick look. You'll notice there's lots of places for writing, several pockets, tags tucked throughout, and plenty of room for the new owner to add their own photos, memory, and creativity. I always like leaving enough open space so the journal becomes theirs, not just mine. As I was flipping through though, I noticed the last page looked a little plain. So today we're going to give it some extra love. Before I start the final decorations, I like to prepare all of my ephemera first. One thing I always do is put double-sided tape on the back of every embellishment. That way, when someone purchases the journal, they can simply peel off the backing and place the pieces wherever they'd like. They don't need to look for a glue stick or tape because everything's ready to go. And I find that's a nice little selling feature because it makes the journal interactive right from the start. For my Christmas card kits, I even include a glue stick so the customer has absolutely everything they need right there. Another little detail I like is rounding the corners on my tags and inserts. It's amazing how something so simple can make everything feel a little more polished. A lot of journal makers also ink the edges to create a vintage look. Normally I do enjoy doing that, but for this journal I wanted to keep the soft lavender feel, so I leave most of the edges clean. And of course, one of my favorite things, shopping my own stash. I've pulled out my little goodie boxes filled with leftover embellishments, stickers, and ephemera. And when I'm choosing embellishments, I don't necessarily look for matching designs, I look for matching colors. This journal is all about soft purples, dusty pinks, creams, and vintage browns. If something fits that color palette, there's a good chance it'll work. The purple feathers caught my eye right away. They're from Dollarama, and guess what? They're only $1.25, plus tax, of course. Sometimes the least expensive supplies end up becoming some of my favorites. Let's see what else we have. So here's some stickers. Some of these are really pretty, but the colors don't fit this journal, so I'll save those for another project. Just because something is beautiful doesn't mean it belongs everywhere. This one though, See how it picks up the pinks and the dusty blues already found throughout the journal? That's exactly what we're looking for. I also don't mind mixing darker tones with lighter tones. That contrast actually adds interest and depth. One thing I love about junk journaling is that almost anything can become an embellishment. For example, this shaker card started with an ordinary cardstock. The background, it's actually wrapping paper. You don't always need specialty scrapbooking supplies. Look around your house. Gift wrap, cardstock, old book pages, packaging. There's so many things you can repurpose into something beautiful. I buy my supplies wherever my budget allows. Some come from the dollar store, some come from local craft stores, some come from Timo, some come from Marketplace on Facebook. Everyone has different preferences, and that's perfectly okay. The important thing is using what works for you and your budget and enjoying the creative process. So as you can see, the journal needs a little bit of tidying up. Sometimes it's not about adding a lot of embellishments, it's simply fixing those little details that catch your eye. Now we're going to build the final page, because that caught my eye. I'm going to play some music while I go through this. I'm going to speed things up a little because nobody needs to watch me glue every single piece. One thing I'm experimenting with here is this transparent pet tape. I absolutely love the finished look. Getting it off the backing paper, not so much. It gave me definitely a difficult time. And if you've used pet tape before, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. As I'm building the page, I'm adding a little ink underneath the transparent images. This helps blend everything together and make it look like the grass continues underneath instead of stopping abruptly. The real trick is layering. I always start with the background and slowly work forward. The layers create so much more depth. Building layers, it creates so much more depth and interest. I decided to add one more surprise. This page flips open, and on the back I've attached a vellum envelope filled with extra stickers. I love adding little interactive elements like this because they're unexpected. It gives the new owner something fun to discover while they're using the journal. Here's a quick little glue tip. If you're using Beacon 3-in-1 glue, which by the way you can get at Michael's here in Canada, always put the cap back on as soon as you're finished. Otherwise, the glue has a habit of continuing to ooze out the tip and you'll come back to what looks like a little booger waiting for you. It's not fun. So trust me, I've learned the lesson the hard way because I will put the cap on top of the little glue blob and then I have to get the tweezers and pull it out. So save yourself the headache of doing that. And here is the final reveal. Our lavender journal is officially finished. I'm really happy with how these final details pulled everything together. Even though the papers came from different collections, the color palette keeps everything looking cohesive. That's one of my favorite things about journaling. You don't need everything to match perfectly. You just need the colors and textures to work. Let's do one final flip through so you can see the finished journal. As mentioned earlier, August is all about getting ready for my upcoming craft shows. So over the next few weeks and months, I'll be sharing the processes as I'm going from finishing journals, making cards, to pricing products, organizing inventory, and setting up for the shows. If you'd like to follow along, I'd love to have you subscribe to Paper, Glue, and Fun. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel and lets me know you'd like to see more crafting videos like this. Until next time, happy crafting!